got 3 examples of the slant back here. This first piece here on the right, this is a piece of bone, but the eye would be here. You can see the back coming down, going down to the butt, and you can see the trunk coming down. On this next piece, you can see the ear here, coming down to the trunk, coming back up. There's the eye. Same thing, same slant back. That's why I call it slant back. The back is slanted down. So we're going to go from the head straight down to the butt, rounded down. Okay, now this piece over here is a little bit different as it's more of a triangle. It's not so rounded. But this piece is actually a mammoth as well. You can see the eye there. The head is right there. And the trunk comes all the way down. You see that little protrusion there? It's right there and kind of wraps up. Okay, now another thing to look for is the signature swoop. Now, 2 of these have the signature swoop. And I just showed you the one here. This one also has a signature swoop. Do you see how it swoops back? This one does not have the signature swoop. It just goes straight down. And the reason for that is because this is a baby mammoth depiction. So this would be a full size, this is a full size, but if it just goes straight down, that's a baby. Okay, so now I want to show you this piece. We just got done talking about the signature swoop. And some of you advanced readers can already see the mammoth and the signature swoop. Some of you may be having trouble, and that's okay. I'm going to show you. Some of you might just see a rock, and some of you might see a bird. But these things are polyanamorphic, and what that means is when you, the viewer, or the rock moves, the image is going to be a different image. Okay, so right now we're looking at a bird, but it's going to polymorph. When I pick it up, I'm going to spin it. It's going to polymorph into an elephant, and you're going to notice that signature swoop. Do you see it? See the eye there right above my thumb? It comes down and goes back. That's that signature swoop. Okay, so here is a really cool example, okay? This is going to be the rear view of a mammoth, and as I turn it, you're going to notice that they had to fit this whole elephant on this stone. Sorry to interrupt. I wanted to show you this because it's the same concept as that stone, fitting it all in. As you see, that would have went straight up. There's not enough wood here to put a big old bird beak on, so I had to turn his head. You see? So it's just the same concept. What they did is they turned his head. Do you see that? So that's the butt depiction. Signature swoop is down here. Do you see that? It swoops way down there. So you got the butt depiction, 2 legs, the butt, the back going up. You turn it, he's got his head turned. So that's another thing to look out for. Sometimes, you know, it's not always face depictions. It's not always a side profile. It's not always going to be a side profile. And it's not always going to be a side profile of just a face. Sometimes they're going to fit that whole mammoth on this little stone. Okay? So, side profiles, head profiles. All right, so here is a really cool example. You can see the white dot for the eye there, and then the signature swoop. And the interesting thing, this one is super, super similar. See that? This one just has that little extra, little Let's take a look at this one. This one does have the signature swoop, but it's a little bit different style, and I want to show you. You see that? Okay, here's the mammoth head. The swoop comes down and back over and around that stone. He's kind of behind something. And to me, the whole thing almost looks like a family of mammoths. So sometimes you'll see that. Other than that, they're pretty straightforward. You're gonna see sometimes where that's all they did was what looks like yin yang, but I'm a pretty firm believer that those are elephant heads, not yin yang. There's always a mama or an adult and a baby. Now, to show you that, here is the adult. Big trunk, ear, big front paw coming down. Now let's find that baby. Took me a little bit, but I found it. Here is the eye. Trunk straight down, rounded back butt. Straight down trunk as the baby. Hopefully that helps you guys kind of find some mammoths. So sometimes you're going to see ones like that. You're going to see head profiles. Okay? You're going to see full body side profiles. A lot of them have that slant back. There is one more variation I want to show you, and that's called the flat back mammoth. Okay, so on the flat back, it's exactly like described. The back is flat. You can see the eye here. You still have that signature swoop, but instead of the back slanting down, you just have that swoop. Sometimes that swoop will be really severe and will really swing in. Sometimes it will be straight down at a 45. So you'll notice that on pieces like this. So you've got the eye, the flat back. It's more of a 45 coming down for the trunk. Now this piece is pretty interesting because if you look, it's mammoths all the way around. See the slant back? There's the eye. Another slant back. Flat back. Angled back. See? Other than mammoths, I'm not sure what they mean. There's probably some symbology. I have heard before that a triangle does mean like an equinox or the first of Aries. So that could very well be something, but it's loaded with mammoths. So let's just look at a few more examples here. Now that looks like a big, strong adult, doesn't it? So let's see if we can find that baby. Okay, so this one's pretty cool. So you can see the one we got there. It's facing this way. You got the eye, trunk coming down. Watch this. Baby. Big adult. There's always more than one. If you see one, there's going to be another one. This is a really simple one. And this one I was super excited to find because it was... I think like my second mammoth that I ever found. And man, when you get going in this in the beginning, when you have like a wish list of things to find and you find them, it's like hitting the lottery. It is. There's nothing like it. But I want to show you this piece. And it's just signature swoop, side profile. But look at that neat little drilled hole for the eye. I mean, how awesome. So let's see if we can find another mammoth on this thing. Got it. Eye right there. Signature swoop coming back. So it kind of runs off of this. So this one's coming down and going over. See the eye? This one's coming down and coming all the way back. So I would say that's probably baby. Big old mom. You know what to look for now. You know about the flat backs. You know about slant backs. You know about the signature swoop. So really, the only thing left to do is just use light and shadows to manipulate them. It doesn't look like anything from that direction. You gotta find the right light. When you find the right light, they shine. But you gotta find that right angle. So experiment with them, play with them a little bit. So hopefully now you have an idea of what to look for to get out there, find yourself some mammoth stones, some elephant stones, mastodon stones. And that's really my only goal, is to get people looking at the stones. You see that face? My gosh. Eye, nose, mouth, even the ear way back here. Look at that. God, they were good. Yeah, I mean, that's about it. I guess I could keep going for hours, days, weeks. Hopefully you guys can find some mammoths. Like, share, subscribe. We'll see you next time.